What's up, everyone? Today is a big day because you know what? We finally hit that 1,000 subscribers, which is freaking awesome. But this is not our 1,000 subscribers video. We're going to do a separate video on that, celebrating that. We're going to do something special for you guys, something fun. But today, we're working on the old CJ, getting her all fired up from the winter time. She's been sitting. She had a couple warm-ups, and gotta get her dialed in. So got the old carburetor here, we got the hat off, and we notice on this nozzle here that it's actually spitting a little bit, so that needs to be cleaned out. But honestly, this whole carb needs to be cleaned, so we're gonna clean the carb, get her dialed in. Got a leak, which is pretty standard, but pretty much our O-ring here has probably just seen better days, or it just needed cleaned. But we're gonna get a fresh one and get that all sealed up, make that look way better. Going to put some new jets in for the nitrous. So gonna bump it up. I think, guys, I really like to hit that 100 shot mark and really get this thing cruising. But I think we're just gonna go with a 75 shot, just because if we go to 100, we are absolutely going to have to retard our timing again. And I really don't want to do that. So we'll put the 75 in, which will be running probably a little spicy on our timing setting. But between that, we're going to put the right spark plugs in, which I'm going to show you here in a second. And we're going to make sure we run a nice mix of 93 and some 110 in there, some good fuel, and should help the situation out and hopefully run good. Only doing probably a few hits and all that. So until we get our new MSD box, which this box will be going to our other Jeep, but we're going to get a digital just 6, and that one will control our ignition to where we hit the nitrous and all that. Retards the timing only when we hit that button for the nitrous, so we don't blow the motor. So yeah, till then, because right now it just stinks, because it's not like we're always spraying. It's not just a race Jeep or anything like that. Like if it was just a race, like going to the drag strip, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But we cruise it a lot, so it kind of stinks. We keep on retarding the timing, and that's 95% of our driving, you know, not on nitrous. So don't want to dip back any further, but I really want to break away from that 50 shot mark, that entry level. And not that 75 is that much more spicier, but you know, you think about it, like it's still like you are spraying something in your motor that instantly gives it 75 horse. Like, it's still violent, guys. And I'm going to show you guys the difference. So this is your standard right here, AC Delco, Chevy 350 spark plug. So you can see how the nose and all that sticks out, all that stuff. So that's your standard plug, non-nitrous plug, right? So this right here are our newer spark plugs. And you can see how the insulator, I think it's like it's the insulator, it's not necessarily the nose. See how it's tucked in? So that's keeping it away from the heat as far as combustion and all that. And this plug here is actually not necessarily your best nitrous plug, just because it has a copper body. Really want, I believe, is a nickel body with the copper electrode. What that does, as far as when it gets really hot, it melts. So your chance of ruining your motor pretty much are a little bit slimmer. So if you run like uranium or your higher end spark plugs that could take the heat, that spark plug will just keep on sparking away pretty much. And instead of that spark plug failing and keeping that cylinder from overheating, it'll just keep on pumping it in, and that's how you melt the hole in your piston. So running a spark plug like that, that's meant to, at a certain temperature, pretty much stop working, melt, and hopefully, usually it'll help you save that cylinder, possibly. It's all just a chance. Nothing guaranteed here, guys. But that was a good spark plug still, and we're gonna roll with that as far as right now in the 75. Different heat range. I think we went a little bit hotter, so we got to keep an eye on it, make sure we didn't go too hot, and also take the chance of ruining one of our cylinders. But yeah, kind of try to get it a little bit cleaner of a plug. We had a lot of buildup on our old plugs, and I think they were just a little bit too cold. All right, so I know I rambled, but to really tell you guys what we are doing on the CJ, as far as for the summer, if we want to get this thing to a drag strip, is so gotta get the carb dialed in, tuned up, new jets and all that in the nitrous thing. Gotta change the oil, put some fresh fluid in this thing from it sitting over the winter time. Make sure everything's sealed up here. We will need to put a diaper on this thing to make sure she's not dripping on the track if we are going to get her to the drag strip. Also, they require us to know as far as no antifreeze, so we'd have to go with the water setup. I believe that's how that works, so we gotta do that. And as far as, like I said, I gotta get my transom stop dripping, front drive shaft out of there, no drive shaft. Gotta get some better seats. These seats are no bueno, guys. I mean, they are super duper comfortable, but they're just raggedy. I mean, they've been in here a long time. So fresh seats. Gonna go with probably a nice 4-point harness setup. Probably not gonna do the 5-point. Probably only need the 4-point as far as to get us going. Something a little bit easier, good for passengers. Still a little bit easier to set up. Probably gonna need a purge kit for the nitrous. Gonna need to get the nitrous bottle refilled too. And then also we need to get our oh my gosh, we gotta get our Mosier axles, which we do have already. We gotta just put them in. Mosier axles. We got a locker for the rear. Boy, that's a lot of stuff to do. Like, I just spent 2 minutes. Like, it's gonna take way longer putting that stuff in. Yeah, we got some work to do, guys. Might be might not get done till next year. So yeah, it's all guys. Oh yeah, I forgot. Gotta put a roll cage in this thing too. Like, this roll cage ain't gonna cut it, guys. So we got bars. We got our hoop here to go over like that. Then we'll have bars connecting to go to that. And then we have a bar from here to go to the back, which will help with the seat belts mounting and all that. And yeah, fantastic, great. What? Oh, and you know, because the body isn't the cleanest, guys. I mean, she is seeing better days. So we're gonna freshen the body up. We're gonna get her sanded a little bit crisp. Get some of the stuff out of her. Give her a fresh, good old paint job. And we do have a tail light, brake light that does not work. Tail light works. Brake light does not work. Hasn't worked probably for 5 years now. But yeah, we better get busy. And I'd like to put a trans. Oh, and we got to reroute the lines on our trans. Just because I just want to going straight to the intercooler in the back instead of right now. I have the trans line so where it goes up to the radiator because it's a 3-row. And as far as it goes through here, then it shoots all the way back to the transmission cooler in the back, which has an electric fan on it. But I want to delete all that because I feel like there's just too much lines going on. I want a clean setup. Boom, trans there, cooler. And because I'm going to be doing that, I would like to put a trans temp so I know what it's cooking at. So got some work done. We got this all cleaned up. When we actually took this off, we managed to drop the seal down the carb, so that was fantastic. Got her back though. You can see now, I didn't show you guys before, but she's got a good spray. On this side here, she was really, it definitely was not clean. So we took this all apart, cleaned all this up, cleaned all of it up. So we did reuse our same seal, only because this clamp was loose here. So maybe I was thinking I might have been bleeding through. We'll see. But we cleaned this all up, re-tightened this down, got this tight. These are notorious after so many years of leaking, and we do have a few years on this thing, so it's not a big deal. It only really leaked when it was cool. After it sat after a winter. We'll see if it builds anything up after we heat it up. We did not put new jets in yet for this, but we're going to. We got our new spark plugs in. Those are all in and connected. And we drained our transmission fluid on the ground. All right, we got our oil in there. We're going to give it a little fire up. Make sure the power's on. Running good. fired right up. Alright, looks like we had a little bit of leak right here. Not a big deal. Fresh seal will solve that issue, guys. But we got plenty going on here in the Jeep, obviously. We're not going to pack this all in one video. So I appreciate it again for the 1,000+ subscribers. Be plenty more videos coming, guys. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you later.